I don't want to talk about them either. So moving all the way on. Um, all right, what's your number nine, Jerry?
My number nine. Okay, it's gonna change a little
Really?
bit. It's gonna change. I'm putting Netflix 2022 at number nine. It's
Oh,
not even. Hmm.
I thought we agreed on that.
No, I put Leatherface at number
Did
nine.
you?
Yeah,
Oh,
because it was that bad. I didn't even finish Leatherface.
that's true. I remember you telling me that. All right. Yeah, my number nine is also 2022.
Yeah, 2022 is number
I
nine.
won't. I won't even call it Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah,
Just 2022. The
Netflix.
the the 2022 incident.
Yeah,
Um,
the
in
net.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas Netflix Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they massacred that movie. All right.
Yeah.
Um, so number eight. Where are you going, Jacob?
I'm going with the old Leatherface. Um, the
Leatherface,
uh,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3.
yes,
Okay.
Leatherface. The Saw is family.
Saw his family. Yes.
Uh, yeah, that one. I watched it not too long ago.
Hmm.
And I just, dude, I don't know. I just didn't like it. I felt like they gave up on it. They didn't try anything new or exciting with it.
No.
It felt like like the 90s equivalent to the 2022. I just
Yeah, you have someone trying to make that movie who doesn't know how to make that movie and doesn't get what the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is about. I will agree with that. My number eight is Leatherface, though. That would be the what 20? What year did that come out? 2018,
16, I think.
somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Leatherface. Um, I could not finish this movie. Um, I know what happens. I was like, okay, I understand what's happening. Let me sit down and watch this movie. I put it on and like a couple minutes through it, I was just like, this doesn't even feel like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No,
So
it really
yeah,
it felt like something that they were like somebody wrote and sold, and then when the person who bought it was like, "Wait, did they just this
yeah,
kind of a little bit Texasy?
yeah,
Let's just fuck it. Let's just throw a little M Night Shyamalan twist
yeah.
in it and call it Leatherface."
And it's not even So I can't. And whereas Leatherface 3 or Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, um I can watch it for kind of the goofy comedy feel to it. I don't like it, and it's probably won't play as much as, like, let's say Jason Takes Manhattan or
Mm,
Freddy's Dead, where
yeah.
it just feels like no one cares anymore. So let's just make movie. Let's just make movie.
Well,
So that's why Leatherface 3 or Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 will move up a little bit more. So, but somebody with Leatherface, the my number 8 pick, um it just felt like no one gave a shit. Also, they were
mhm.
trying to pretend, you know, ooh, we'll do this. Okay, the hunky boy will be Leatherface. Everybody in that room probably was like, I wouldn't do it. I
And
wouldn't do it
that
personally,
that
you know. So, all right. Number 8, number 7, Jacob. Where are you going for number 7?
that Leatherface that you just spoke on for
Okay.
all the same reasons.
Okay.
Except I finished it.
Yep. I will. I understand, which is funny because my number 7 is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. So,
So your number eight is Leatherface,
yeah,
7 is Leatherface, and my number seven is Leatherface, but they're just swapped.
they're just swapped.
So keep up, yeah, keep up, idiot.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We're gonna be doing this the whole time. All right. So yeah, we just talked about those movies. We can move on fast.
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
we're at number six. Number six. Where are you going? Six.
2003.
You're going to
Um,
the Jessica Biel outlet.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I just, I didn't, I didn't love it.
Yeah.
I liked it, but I had more fun with other ones. So
Okay.
there's nothing over wrong with it.
Yeah.
I'll say that. It had to land somewhere, and I had more fun with some of the other ones.
Yeah.
So that's where
That is where. All
no
right.
hate, no,
Yeah.
but
Jessica
what?
Biel's fine. So, all right, we're at number six.
Yes, sir.
My number six is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I still can't. This is what is so bore. The only reason that it's higher up on the list than the other, the two. How many have we fucking three that we've talked about is that whole beginning is really nice. Okay, it's
Hmm.
really nice. And that's why it'll be a little bit higher up. It's cool, and it's kind of like, oh, there's your art direction. Man, keep going, keep going. And then they were like, no, no, no. And then Leatherface's cousin is this hot chick, and then she's gonna say, "Get him, cuz," and everybody's gonna be like, "Yeah, get him, cuz."
Excuse you. She says, "Do your thing, cuz."
Oh, I'm sorry.
Um,
Fuck. The movie's so fucking stupid. I forgot the fucking proper call lines. Huh? Yeah. I can't. I can't take that. I've watched it. I finished it, but I don't give a shit about it. So,
that's fair.
yeah. Where are you at number six?
Nope. I already did my number six.
You
I'm
already
on
did you.
number five.
You're on number five. All right. Where are you at on number fives?
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D.
You son of a bitch. Oh, okay.
Uh, I enjoyed this one.
Okay.
I thought it like you said the beginning, like it being a direct sequel,
Mm-hmm.
the concept cool, the first 10-15 minutes of the movie showing like the original
Yeah.
ending.
Bill
All
Mosley.
cool.
Pretty
Yeah,
nice.
liked it all. Uh, and then they took like an interesting approach. They brought some like estranged family member that Leatherface has a code. He doesn't kill his family. So, Hottie McHaha is family. He doesn't kill her. She just lives upstairs and cooks him dinner. And he fucking is downstairs wanking it and putting on faces. So I like the fact that they let him, I like the fact they let him go. I think that was cool.
Mwah,
And I've
masterpiece,
never
huh?
I've never seen do we need to go over Suburban Sasquatch again? Uh
Always.
but um but I just thought it was different. I thought it was some effort. I feel like they put effort into this one.
I will give
So
him
that's my number
that.
5.
I'll give him that. It was a different idea. So, did it work?
Yeah.
For me personally, not as much. But hey, it's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie at least. So, all
Yeah.
right. So I'm on number five.
Yep.
All right, number five is Texas Chainsaw: The Next Generation, the Matthew McConaughey Renee Zellweger vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably like two. I feel like that movie. Okay, it might be on my number. It's top five, or bottom five technically, but it's kind of like Halloween 3, where it has Leatherface. Yeah, kind of, but it just
Yeah.
feels weird. It doesn't
Mhm.
feel like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie in a good way. Where those other ones kind of felt like a off brand of
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This one, they still got the crazy of Texas Chainsaw with Matthew McConaughey's performance, but it's one of those goofy horror movies that I like to watch. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so my number 5 is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: Next Generation. Moving on to number 4.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Next Generation, my number four.
You're just
And
staring on my paper now. You're just staring at my paper, being like, "I'm gonna put everyone before
so the thing with this one is from the original time we recorded this, it's dropped one.
it."
It it was number three for me. Now it's number two or number
4,
four
5,
because
no 4. Yeah, 4.
yeah, four. Jesus Christ. So this one actually dropped a number for me because again, I hated the Leatherface character.
Yeah,
I didn't like the mask. The mask was
no.
absolutely ridiculous, and the fact that he was wearing like a woman's chest and dress and shit, I was just like, I'm good. Like you in this terrifying character and made it a like I just I don't know. I
Yeah,
didn't enjoy
yeah.
it. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. What?
My phone, I've got my phone at the bed and I can't reach it.
Go to bed. I'll be in there later and get it. Good night. Close my door, please. Thank you. I'll get it in a little bit. Anyway,
And scene. No.
uh, yeah, so I didn't like the direction that they took Leatherface, and the only saving grace is Matthew McConaughey's ability.
Yeah.
Um, I will say it's the only time that I've ever felt Renee Zellweger was attractive.
Okay.
Um, and the weird like fucking guy in the limo with the nipple piercings in his stomach,
Yeah.
like it's just I was like, what the fuck? Like I'll give it its creativity. They tried something weird. They tried something different. It just didn't land for me as much as I remembered it
Yeah.
doing when I was a kid. So
Yeah, I would, especially when you were going back to the way that Leatherface is, like he looks like a pretty lady.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like skin, like decomposed skin or anything, or tanned skin. It looks like like a Halloween costume, that you
Mhm.
would buy. So yeah,
Yep.
I can definitely, I do see the negatives, but I feel that those weird negatives kind of, build it up, But Matthew McConaughey is the Tom Atkins in that movie where it's like they took crap and he did what he had to. He's like,
Mhm.
all right, it's time to do Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't know why I gave him such a thick accent, but
And he even says, all right,"
yeah,
in the fucking movie.
yeah.
So
But he screams it in someone's face. All right, that was 4, right? You
yes,
did
that was
4. All
my
right, my number 4. Okay, my number 4 is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Begins, the sequel.
the 2003.
No. This is the second one to that.
2006.
Yeah,
2000.
2006. Yeah, those that movie. I'll get more into it when we talk about the remake, the Jessica Biel vehicle. But the remake, these two definitely have a what do you call it? Just this great character of the sheriff. So I'll talk more about that when I get into the Jessica Biel vehicle. But
Okay.
yeah, I would definitely. Those movies are great. They're a little different style of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I would say they feel more goopier than dry like the first one, but it's probably one of the better remakes out there. You know, so yeah, I'll put that high. I'll definitely, yeah, number 4. My number 4, 2016. vehicle.
Once, sorry.
Oh no, take your time. Take your time. My face is frozen on the screen, so I know you can't see what I'm doing. I'm trying to communicate while, so you know I'm still here.
Um, so that leads me to my number three.
Number three.
My number three is going to be the 2006 Texas Chainsaw Massacre Begins.
Yep.
I I really enjoyed this one.
Yes.
Um, like you mentioned, the the sheriff character wasn't quite as strong as the other one. Like it was the same character,
It was the
but
same character.
he didn't have that bite to him
No.
that the other did. But again, he cut a biker in half after starting the chain. So
Yeah.
that's probably that's honestly the only reason it made number three. That scene was just so fucking cool because, like, you know, the sheriff is standing there going, "Get him, kill him,
Yeah.
start that chainsaw,
Yeah. You keep
start that chainsaw."
hearing the saw rev and
Yeah,
yeah. It's just so.
it just makes a fella's dick hard. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it's fun.
Yeah,
Um, I think in that movie also like I said, the supporting character of the sheriff is great. The victims are rememberable. Like I can't remember their names again, but you know, there's the kid who the two boys are going to Vietnam. One doesn't want to go to Vietnam. The other is going his second go. The girlfriends are following him. They got the two bikers. So the characters are pretty interesting. This is also where we see like a lot of things that play out in the Jessica Biel vehicle, like how he got his teeth, how he got the one guy with gets his legs cut off. You know,
yep.
So yeah, it's a fun little vehicle, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Moving to number three.
Okay, let's do it. Number three. Well, it would be your number three because my number three is 2006.
Okay, I'm on number three. All right, my number three is the Jessica Biel, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it's for the sheriff. It's for that sheriff. That movie is the sheriff. Leatherface is cool. The Texas scenery, the scene shots, they're cool. How the beginning looks like old style police footage. That's cool. But yeah, it's everything that has to do with the sheriff is great in that movie, and that is why I like it. Leatherface takes a seat, you know. Leatherface takes a seat in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could have it if you have a side character that you could have made a separate horror movie about,
Mm-hmm.
then you didn't miss the mark, but you have opportunity there, Take a movie like The Devil's Rejects. We could have had a single like Captain Spaulding movie, just a movie about Captain Spaulding, right? We could have had a movie just about Otis, and even though that movie is great in its own right, you're creating all these characters that, man, you could do so much with, and I think that
Those characters, just like the Texas family, you never see them apart.
yeah.
There is no storyline before setting of the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've always been together. They're a family.
Yeah. So
Having a split off movie where it's just the sheriff or just Otis, that I don't feel would work quite as well as them together.
shit, I know they tried in Three from Hell.
Yeah, they tried a little bit with that, but that was like, they escaped prison and shit.
Shit, they needed to escape Rod Zombie, I think, in that movie.
Uh, but yeah, I could I would like to see more sheriff. Obviously, it's not going to happen with the actor passed away,
Yeah,
but
because you couldn't do that with another character actor. The actor who portrayed the sheriff in those movies it was so unique. He felt like everything that he said he believed.
yeah, he sent chills down my spine when he
Yeah.
spoke.
Oh,
I The only person I could see doing it, and because you see a little bit of it, is Bryan Cranston.
oh
Um,
yeah, yeah. Say my
as
name and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah, like there's little touches of him there. I don't know that he would have done it quite as well, but
Yeah.
I could see him doing it.
Yeah, that's pretty harsh because I remember like when the first when the Heath Ledger Batman a Joker
Yeah.
like, oh, how do you think he's gonna do? And I was like, I don't know, good maybe, and then when I finally saw it, it's like, oh, that is really really fucking good. So
Yeah. How he the Joker, like
yeah,
there other than him.
yeah.
But so number two.
Number two. If you are following along at home, you probably can do the process of elimination.
Yep, number two is number two.
Yep.
It really starts the goofiness, and the Chop Top character
Yeah.
is healer. So yeah,
Yeah.
Texas.
I think you had to do it like that, though. You had to make that movie kind of more dark comedy because of how intense the first movie really was. It really felt like a documentary about the murder of these people. And whereas the second one kind of has that like goofy, like obviously Dennis Hopper did a great job in that movie,
Mhm.
so but yeah, number two, there's just so much that could be said about it. You know,
Yeah.
like it's just the like perfect. Next to like, oh, what's that zombie movie? Return of the Living Dead. Shaun of the Dead. I would put that probably up in the top three comedy horrors out there.
Um, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely a big fan of Idle Hands. Uh,
Yeah, Idle Hand. Yeah, I was afraid you were gonna say like the scary movie franchises.
oh, no, no, no. I don't even find those fucking horror. I just find them comedy. Um, but yeah, so I'm assuming you agree. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is number two.
Yeah, I mean, of course it is.
Um, so that brings us to the OG Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, of course
Nin-
it's gonna be number one.
Yeah, 1974.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking badass all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's a flawless horror movie.
It's fucking brutal. Yeah, it's a flaw. It's lightning in a bottle.
Yep.
It's flawless. It's like when there are certain horror movies out there that just send like a chemical impulse in the brain for horror fans. Jaws, Psycho, Night of the Living Dead, Halloween, The Exorcist. Maybe some newer ones in there. Scream, the first
Yeah.
Scream, and it's just visceral. It's brutal. What you're watching, and it's original. I mean, it probably had killers in movies. Like if you look, I think Last House on the Left came out before this.
Hmm.
But this kind of took all of those things and just we're gonna do it better.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what it did.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, it's honestly it's the reason I love, like, when people go, "Who's your favorite slasher?" and I say Leatherface, they think like the Next Generation
Mm.
and all these, like, but like that movie is strong enough to stand against any horror movie.
Yeah.
Uh, I think that I would honestly put that at the top of all the horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, put it over Nightmare. I'd put it over Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween would obviously be second, but I would put that up against any horror movie, because it shows you that like you don't need jump scares necessarily, and you don't need blood and gore
Mm-hmm.
to be terrifying. You just need really raw imagery, and you can pull it all off.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I would definitely like in horror. It just it created it. You know, I know it didn't create the slasher genre,
No.
but I think it put a feralness in there that needed. You know, yeah, we're doing a silly little horror movie, but it could be more than just a guy with a ski mask and a knife.
Hmm.
And I think that's kind of what like a movie like Psycho did in the 60s. I think this is the 70s answer to Psycho. You know, it's like, how do you top Psycho? You know, that Norman
Yeah.
Bates idea, you know, Norman Bates, it's like, it can't be outdone. And they outdid it with, you know, Norman Bates wanted to become his mom, so he dressed up like his mom. Leatherface basically did the same thing, but he, instead of taxiderming his mom, he put the face on whoever he wanted to become, you know?
Yeah.
So, and and you have the chainsaw, this iconic weapon now that we look at, you know, the chainsaw. And it's probably the worst weapon you could ever use, like as defense or as offense, but it puts an image in your mind